Whoop, whoop, and we're live. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to some more Final Fantasy and Sorin's Journey. Last we left off, we'd finished up the Under the Moonlight patch 4.3, and today I'm going to be starting in on a Prelude in Violet patch 4.4. I am quite interested in because I know this is where the real build up to Shadowbringer starts. Which has been a point I've been quite interested in looking at, in getting to with Sorin. Let's find out if there's any news on Alphinaud. Hey, Asahi. Any news? It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphinaud. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Or shall I put on some tea? I suppose there's nothing wrong with taking a break. It has been an eventful while, hasn't it? Excuse me. Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your new encounter with this new Primal especially. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Right, I'll go do that. Oh, here we go. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It has been a while since I just thought to relax. It hadn't occurred to me that was an option. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. I suppose when you put it that way, yeah. I kind of thought it was similar to how Shiva was summoned as well. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. Excuse me. Fine idea. I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert in aphorology. Oh, Bankert? Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Now, come on, sit down. Tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told me much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts were rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis likely that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an externally committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. Neither is particularly good. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphinaud and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Oh, is this the first? Is this the moment? Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft. Is it L-25? Or is the L actually? The L is 50 in Roman numerals, isn't it? Master Alphinaud, we're making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, it's just I can see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I'm afraid our military craft are built with little font for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Alpha. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but moms upon moms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, let dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Offord and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Hello there, Mooney. Welcome to the stream. Report! We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? Congratulations on getting all your gifts wrapped. I just finished getting my own sorted yesterday. All under the tree now. All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphinaud. We've landed in one piece, more or less. But the filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. I still remember how... when this moment came in the first time I went through the game. And suddenly, wait, we're playing as Alphinaud now? Ruin, physic, dry shackle, potency, Birdie is, oh, but it binds. Destroy the airship wreck. Missed the dialogue. You okay? Oh, no, I don't need to use that for too long ago. What was this? Interact? Oh, there we go. I don't need to RP this, but this is Alphinaud, not Sorin. I'm not Alphinaud. My thanks. Don't think I would have made it. Yes, you'll very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to take it remains, however. There we go. I wish the text stay aggressive. It's not a stranger. Oh, it is an AoE. What's it do? Increasing damage dealt, reducing damage taken. That's always a good one. They definitely. Yeah, it's strange. Well, I was pretty hyped when it happened. Getting these little, seeing things from another character's perspective. all there was to it? I thought I remembered there being more. Oh, here we go. Confound it! Not here! Not like this! Kaboom. Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphinaud. Let us finish this then. Hey, of course it wouldn't be. I haven't used the limit break yet. Convenient as well now that all the sky armor is flying close to the ground for us. I do appreciate that later instances that have you playing as a different character do make it more, give you a more interesting set of skills. There we go. Hey, no, just not the big bad. Oh, I've got limit break. Don't know if I can hit all four of them. Guarantee getting two of them. Oh, speed almost enough. I have one button to press and that is it. There we go. Duty complete. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants, and the severity of your predicament? The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? I gotta say, it took me far longer than it should have to realize this guy's identity. Our names are not yours for the asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian mosque. The face of our prey. Not sit on my leg. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek after the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed. We accept your gracious offer, Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. Not being edgy at all. It's kind of clicked me like the 2 red masks there. That means he's defeated 2 of the Council of 14. This is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphinaud now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys from Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Asahi, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. It isn't a comment on your skills, Asahi. I think we're talking just about Bancroft's proficiency in stealth. Not you too. I understand your frustration, Asahi. Sorin has the right of it. We must defer to Bancroft's expertise in this matter. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Everything okay? Obviously not, but I'm sure there's something we can find to do in the meantime. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind, as I've been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happen to evolve our silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenard vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Sorin. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphinaud to share. Was that actually... I feel that was actually the last quest in 4.3. I feel I should have done that one last time. Oh, Sorin. If you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Well, it is. It's not like we get a lot of communication from Garlemald in the first place. Everything is exactly as it was. Yustola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Bankrit is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. So, no news at all. There's been no word since his first scheduled report. Nor does he respond to calls, and all the while I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Oh, thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Hello there. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Asian interference. They humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That's only us right now, isn't it? Having assessed intelligence provided by the Almegan Resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Asian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course. I'm not normally a fan of meetings, but Pete's hanging around here. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. Well, there's something for us to do in the meantime. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than the nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Bankrit? What's going on, man? Real... everything okay? Alright. Just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Viol? Is Bankrit coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could and make sure someone was waiting for him in the Almegan quarter. Understood. Sorin and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Right. Of course, just as one thing happens, so does another. Never rains but pours. Off to Alamigo. I guess heading for the palace is probably as good an idea as any. Oh, there they are. Alize? Sorry I'm late. There's no doubt in your talent for espionage, but the journey is long and the borders heavily guarded. You did well to make it back in one piece. Bankrit? Any news for us? You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Oh. Just as the rain comes on.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well.
It's probably not good.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation.
Something good actually did come out of it.
We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Poplares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a Primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
So I suppose Asahi's plan did kind of work out for him.
And who did they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that.
Xenos.
Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
So he actually is about.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
Right.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphinaud should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination.
Then where is he?
As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphinaud's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphinaud?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there.
Something. But what?
There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
That was a... Oh, is that Russian?
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphinaud's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Well, if Alice's going, I'll go too. He's right, it's better than just sitting around and waiting.
From me to change your minds.
But first, we have agreed about this meeting, right? Can we really go, to the other side of the world immediately? Though if I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphinaud's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and your Stola isn't dumb, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. Well, you see to all that. I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Right. Thank you, Fankrit. Thank you, Fankrit. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with your Stola. Well, guess we'll leave Alamigo to you. The burn. This isn't... I'm not exactly brushed up on my Guardian geography. You sure? Okay. This is curious indeed. Whatever matters demand my attention at present. I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You're most kind. Well, well. Two faces from the dim and distant past. Oh, come now. It hasn't been that long. Who was it you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. That doesn't sound good. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Makote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Oh. Got your dinner ready? Well, I suppose it's probably closer to lunchtime, isn't it? For you, isn't it? Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an Aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So, the fact they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves fused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Koshin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. Offering a lot this time? I'm not seeing any issues on my own side. Okay, now I'm saying Twitch is looking okay, but I don't... So if Twitch is okay, then it's either something on your side or something on YouTube's side. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by our brother. And thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. Excuse me? At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals. As if we did not have enough As if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. Yeah, but I suppose that's always been the way of it. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be produced in a report. Has something happened to Alphinaud? Wouldn't be surprised if it's YouTube swap. Let me just check quickly. Stream health YouTube. Stream health on YouTube seems to be fine. I can't say any more. I can't say any more than that. YouTube doesn't exactly give you a detailed breakdown of your stream health. Well, we don't know if something's happened, but we do have news. I shall join you in your search, of course. Thank you, Y'shtola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alisaie puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at Tikienkan. Right. I suppose it can't be helped. Alphinaud is her brother, after all. Lady Yugiri, Lord Hien? Greetings, my friend. Alisaie has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search. Even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Could just be your... Yeah, I tend to notice I don't get great streaming quality when I'm using my phone. I think it's... I found it much better since I've been watching streams on my PC, which is now hardwired to the internet, rather than using Wi-Fi. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summoning saw it bled dry of Aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphinaud might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to the Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alisaie. We have no choice but to take our search to the Burn. Given the considerable distances involved, it is best we went by bird. Right. So we do all have our yol. Sorin and I have our yols. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce, there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Right. Was Alisaie not there for Bardam's Medal as well? Right. Teleport. It was Ian, Lise, the Warrior of Light. There was definitely a. Wait, I know how to check. There's an easy way to check. Duty support. Bardam's Medal. Okay, Gosetsu Hien and Lise, who I'm guessing Lise is swapped out depending on what role you have. So what was Alisaie doing at the time? Lord Ian? If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 moms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. Right. So we set off. With such a steed to bear me to and fro, I can perform my field work in a fraction of the time. Mayhap I shall try my hand at this Bardam's medal. I think I missed that dialogue before. Samurai Ian, your stroller, and Alice. Right. Off we go. See this burn for myself. Gonna restart your phone. Sometimes it can help to just close all the applications you have open.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
This is it. It's just... I stings your eyes.
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
Right. Okay. Down we go. That looks like an alcove. That was quite a sandstorm. Still going. So, I guess we can explore a little on foot. No harm in looking for signs of Alphinaud. Creatures out. Looked pretty dead from above. When I first ran the burn, it was one of my favorite dungeons I'd seen. I kind of just like the very like monocolor almost color palette of the environment. Okay. Towards what? Falling rocks? Oh, you think that fixes it? Yeah, sometimes just... It's the same with all technology. Turn it off and on again. Always resolves the issue. I know I kind of regularly have to make sure I properly close all the apps on my phone, because they don't close a lot of the time. They just kind of go into a sleep background mode. Right. That looks like a one-way drop, but I suppose we can always call the birds if we need to escape. just a technical finish. It's not like we're proceeding particularly quickly through the trash.
Out of my way!
Right. Falling rocks. Oh. And falling rock creatures. Let's really deal with this one first. If it could sandfish here. You want to fight between. Yeah. Oh. The NPC helpers still don't understand doing multiple pools.
You shall fall soon enough.
Okay, it's one lost old rock. Oh, that's clear. That's nothing ventured, nothing gained. Right? Yep. Sound of my mouth. That's doesn't look friendly. I dare say we're in that creature's home. A scorpion clad in crystal. How curious. Okay. Stands in our way. We need to get through. Gotta get rid of fall damage and done. Oh, did there used to be fall damage? Ooh. Hello. So many dungeons. I don't think I remember dungeons having fall damage in them, so I'm assuming that was patched out before I started playing the game. Throwing the area was. Oh. Wait, maybe I do remember that. I'm guessing they... Yeah, no, they must... Yeah, I think I... Was that only changed when they redid the area? To make it Duty Sport compatible? Yeah, the air just after the like electric serpent boss, you had the big drop with multiple like ledges you could land on. Okay. Looks like it's nearly dealt with. What did it have to feed upon here? I feel I suppose, yeah. Anything it would eat probably would be smaller than it, so we don't. Hold on. Is this elegant? Looks like it. The ether here is unmistakable. No one told me there were elegant ruins here. I've dealt with elegant relics before. These just look like more of the same.
Forward! Forward!
That. Could you actually die from it though? Don't you not take full damage if you're not in combat? Oh, you can't die from full damage if you're not in combat? Or did dungeons not save you from that? Okay. What just speaks to elegant engineering that all this stuff is still functional? Or, who knows how long it's been down here?
I shall make it quick.
I mean, I know. Yeah, I get it's still applied, but I thought like even. Did it just count as you always been in combat? Because doesn't it? Well, you can still take full damage in the overworld, but if you're not, if you don't have any enmity on you, you can't fall below 1 health. That's be careful about that jump. Something. What thickness? It seems we've trespassed upon their lair. Never a dull moment in this cavern. Oh, lots of goblins. Zoblins. What's the difference between a goblin, a goblin, and a goblin? Drop us off some trash mobs, so you would be in combat. Yeah. Oh, after some trash mobs? Okay, no, the fall I'm thinking of was after some. Was after the first boss. I remember there was a pretty bad fall in.
Yeah. Come no closer.
What's it called? Hullbreaker Isle. Well, whatever made this tunnel isn't here anymore. Now, don't matter since fall damage is the problem. Yeah. Right. If anything, they're annoying now. You have to try and not land on them to keep up with the party. Ooh. Oh, missed out a little. Didn't mean to do an extra step. self-destructed. Okay, one more. Everyone... They just all seem to stop for a moment there. I don't know what all this stuff is. The machine and facility are still operational. Not for much longer they won't be. Well, as we're not here to break everything. We need to focus on finding Alphinaud. And here we go. You need more food. You need to be. Oh. Yeah, need to make sure you're. When rock fighters, those don't sound friendly.
Enough!
Avoided that. I just like to eat a proper meal today. Maybe go down and see if I can have some kind of stuff after stream. I'll make sure you won't starve. Oh no, not eating for 4 hours. That's horrible, Mooney. You'll never survive.
Come no closer.
Any more of them. Dreadnought.
Enough!
Hurt. Okay. Another obstacle dealt with. As much as I would like to examine this place, we should press on. Indeed. Perhaps there'll be time later. I mean, for the most part, they look fairly intact as well. Dead sandworms? Looks like they look bigger than the ones you see in Saguli, though. Wait. Is that? It's easy to see when they say this place was bled dry. It's easy to see why. Oh, stop. This is what the moment where I don't know why I like environments like this in games. It's not underwater for sure, but there's something just about the there's something I don't know, kind of like unsettlingly, I don't know if beautiful is the right word, just about it being so clean. Like there's no color there. Even the way they've done the horizon, there's kind of the sand that it's not a sudden blue, it shifts from white to blue. Is this like a worm's shed skin or something? Part of me hopes it is just a shed worm, because if it's just a shed skin, that means there's an even bigger one actually out there.
Out of my way!
I shall make it quick.
Big worm. Yep. I don't really see it on the map, can you? The first worm. Stretching off out into the distance. I'm glad we don't have to face it alive. I'm glad we don't have to face it alive. Is that? Oh. Unwanted attention. It is interesting to notice that the NPCs can only like process one AoE attack at a time. Would even bigger one do? Oh no, that I'm aware of that many. That's it. The first worm. Yes, they'll dodge one AoE, but they don't. While they're processing that, they're not capable of processing the second one. That's an Imperial ship, right? We haven't seen anything else Imperial here. So if it's crashed, that's maybe not good news. Again, to grab aggro. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sparty's sitting on my shoulder. Oh. Nope, the shoulder belongs to Sparty now. Okay. What is that worm's head? Oh, the worm does have a head. Looks like a bit of a... Hold up. Well, it's between us and that gunship. A dragon formed from the mist.
Enough!
The number of Alec's pitiable slaves, I'd wager. Go.
Forward! Forward!
I wonder how long from the moment the second limit break bar fills it will take before Alizé tries to steal the limit break.
You need healing.
Enough!
It's... okay.
You shall fall soon enough.
Deal with whatever these are. Okay.
You shall fall soon enough.
Forward! Forward!
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, it does. It kind of does make sense that it's... yeah. I hadn't thought about that before.
I shall make it quick. Yeah.
Losing sight of it again. I always forget in this one if there's a way to tell where... Is there a way, or is it just you keep moving and hope you don't get hit? Oh, that felt like I nearly got pushed off the edge here. There we go. I think. We're all clear. Right. Guess it's time for us to investigate that gunship. Oh. There's you, Gary. What was she doing the whole time? That dragon was as much mist as it was flesh. All their text at the same time. Right. We'll have to investigate that gunship.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first. Do you see the crashed ship over yonder? Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphinaud away.
Does look like it. Think we can get closer? I do hate sand. It's very much a sensory issue for me. But even playing with like sand pits and such as a kid was no, that's
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle.
Aren't those real signs though? Fighting among themselves?
There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
Right. At least it's probably easy to spot anything out of place here.
There's no sign of Alphinaud, nor of Maxima and his people.
Oh, yeah, no, I do actually hate sand. Yes.
These were no ordinary soldiers.
If I'm going to the beach, I like rocky beaches. I am not a fan of sand in real life.
Over here!
But yeah, thank you for reminding me about Code Vein's sand. I'd kind of pushed that out of my memory for a bit. The hyper-drain sand.
The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
That...
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That's...
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
Oh, there's birds. I thought the place was supposed to be dead. We don't know for sure, Asahi. If none of Maxima's people are here...
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Right. Guess we need to get back. Asahi?
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Yeah. You do worry about your siblings. You holding up okay, Asahi? Forgive me. I need a moment. Working? Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Jokes aside, I'd say our birds would do a good brush down and a treat or two, wouldn't you? Indeed. So what's our next step? Excuse me. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after a little outing, but it seemed duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least, none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it would be useful. I suppose. Thank you. Let us return to my manor then. Hope Sadly, it's not another Asahi. Feels a little odd being used as a something to impress people. Lord Ian just treating the sounds as part of the furniture.
Lise, what brings you here?
That wasn't who I was expecting to see.
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphinaud. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
Yes and no.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphinaud embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of
Spotty did a
urgency.
big squad releases. Wait. You listen to my streams without headphones on? You're exposing potentially anyone to house to my voice?
Chin up, Alize. You'll get
Poor
to
Sparty
admonish
for
your
having to
brother
listen.
for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphinaud's airship.
How do you cope without having headphones? Well, I can't deal these days without going out in public with. I need my noise cancelling headphones to be able to stave off the panic attacks.
But the Poplares would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
So we think Xenos was responsible.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters.
Oh, you have to listen to rattlesnakes when you work. Okay, yeah, that's a issue I don't have any empathy for, because I cannot understand what it's like to have to live in an environment where you have to keep an ear out for rattlesnakes. I feel I would be very dead for numerous reasons if I tried to live in America. It does not sound like a country I could survive in.
But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official, and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting and we were hoping you might come too.
Bringing Doma to a meeting of the Eorzean Alliance?
We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front.
I do think snakes are cool. I need to get to a reptile house again. I haven't been to any like animal, like no aquariums, no zoos, reptile houses. I haven't been to any places to see animals in years.
I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Doma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Of course.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough.
Oh dear.
Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
I am glad that doesn't seem to be coming through on the mic. The fire alarm in the house has just been set off. There we go. It's been solved. You ever drop my Again, the more I hear about America now, the more I feel I just shouldn't go, because I feel I might just die when it comes to where I speak. Yeah, I suppose that can't be helped. But at least the sound gate doesn't mean it's constantly there, but I think it's been turned off now. Snakes are pretty. Reptiles in general are nice to look at. That used to be kind of the pet I most wanted, was a bearded dragon.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
That's all good news. So I guess we'll be heading off then. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Asians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it wasn't official business, I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped to save. But I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? I'd get to see a little of the Enclave. You made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Until the meeting then. Sorin, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private? Sure. You might die from cold in the UK. It's not that cold. It's only. Let me actually check. What's the temperature right now? What's my local weather like? It's only 11 degrees. That's actually relatively warm. I look at 11. The temperature is 11 degrees, but then I have the wind speed, and it says it feels like it's 3 degrees. Of course, I'm gonna have to convert it into Fahrenheit, aren't I? Oh wait, no, I need Belfast. Oh no, it's 13 degrees. It feels like 4 degrees here. Oh, I can't speak Fahrenheit. Yeah, so yeah, it feels like 39 degrees. Wind chill. Yep, wind chill. It feels like 39 degrees Fahrenheit here. Go on, my friend. I will send for Haku and the others in the meantime. Right. 11C is 51. Great. I'll wait for you to docks. I wonder what Lisa has to talk to me about. I can't think of anything in particular that's going on at the moment that would require my knowledge. Elise, sorry to keep you waiting. What's up? Thanks for coming. Knowing you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. You might actually have to run it by me. Alizé. She's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. Yeah. The Alizé I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless. And that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalymo and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Alizé has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't, but she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Of course. Do whatever I can. Alphinaud's dear to all of us, after all. Thank you, Sorin. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I had best be off. See you in Alamigo. There's Ethernet. I can actually kind of get quicker. I suppose none of us are really as strong as we always appear. Alizé? Holding up okay? Is everything alright with Lise? I won't ask for details. I know you'd tell me if it were important. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone is assembled, so let us begin. Into Canada during winter. Canadian winter is, I would imagine it's much colder than here. Or maybe it's just they get more snow in Canada?
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea.
Oh.
'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
An Ophardian alliance?
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Tsuinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Asian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
Yeah, living and visiting are two different things. I kind of find it not too bad, because there's generally not too much of a difference between our summer and winter temperatures. At least compared to, I know other countries, like I know Japan has a much bigger difference between how warm it is in summer and how cold it is in winter.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
I'm further north than most Canadian cities nearby. I suppose. I think the main thing that affects our climate, though, is the... Is it the Gulf Stream, or am I thinking of something else? But like a current in the Atlantic that affects our weather.
Not if we deny them access to the skies.
Stola?
During our time in the burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allegan ruins.
Did you notice something I didn't?
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allegans created the floating continent with land taken from the burn.
And
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrias-class battleship.
right. And
It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allegan field generators.
yeah, that's what I find. Like, spring and autumn tend to be the nicest seasons. Autumn here I'm not as fussed on because it tends to be quite wet. And I don't mind temperature changes so much, but I don't like being out in the rain.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
Right. So
I see.
at the very least they need to spend the time building some kind of refueling station.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy.
I suppose that's a
And few
problem.
places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
Yeah.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allegans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Garlemald, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the two occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
Who?
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
Right. I don't exactly know what the plan is, but it sounds like there is a plan. Off to the Azim Steppe, then? It is settled, then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe of the Scions. Yukiri and Hakuro, I leave our other neighbors to you. You okay, Alice? My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no aphorologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garlemald Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections. You don't get to... Watch out for yourself out there. Okay. Have care on the step. From what I hear, the Zayla are fighting... The Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. I suppose that's the point. Hopefully we can resolve this without another Nodum. Just the three of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for a reunion? Right. It's been quite a while since I was out this direction. As often as I've been in the East recently, I've not returned here. And of course, I return in the rain. Your first time here, isn't it, you sure? So this is the Azim Steppe. Tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. I'm not sure it's the best weather for sightseeing, Lord Ian. Oh. Guess we just wait for the weather to clear up.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust.
The Stola
Might
does
this
not
be
care.
a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the Mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. As is La and Garlemald.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
my
I
thinking,
saw that.
yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Az's La up to the heavens. I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
Right. Off to the north then. Beast Tribe. Oh, the Namazu. Well, the Namazu quests were funny. Yeah. Oh, that's just for, that's probably for the Namazu quest, I imagine. Because I haven't unlocked the Yornir guy. He likes food. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there are a few interesting ones. To be fair, I could say that almost about every zone. Then I just like doing quests. From here we shall travel to Moilo. There we may ask Sorin about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Oh, I suppose that's right, the mole are currently in charge here. At least the rain makes a difference, a change from sandstorms. Because that's not... Yeah, there are... Some of the side quests are more interesting than you might first expect. There are plenty that are just kind of excuses for to have more quests in an area. Several of them can be quite interesting. Hello, Serna. It's been a while. How are things going for them all? Ian, Sorin, I'm glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There is a matter I would discuss with them all. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. Yeah, the ones of it. Yeah, though often those aren't side. Those tend to be blue quests that contribute to unlocking beast tribes, don't they? I can't remember any just straight up side quests that have the images. The shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. And you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag? If that is your wish. In the mountains to the north, there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe, you will find what you seek. See, I don't remember many side quests having images. Because not even all main story quests have images. Ah, yes, I know the place. It is a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However... Among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Excuse me? Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stranger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. 100-fold stronger. So, I guess we're going to investigate these pillars. Excuse me. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Right. If I remember right, it's just up the cliffs behind the encampment. Still raining. Hold up. I don't need to bother with sightseeing spots. I just kind of saw it and nearly got distracted for a moment. Oh, there's the big lizard. I don't think I've ever actually been in here before. I passed by last time we were here, but... Well, it certainly looks powerful, but powerful enough. That you'll have to ask the expert. Stola? You see anything about this?
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an elegant artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether.
Oh, yeah, you remember... Yep, they cut that cutscene, Minnie.
I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Aziz's La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
But... I'm guessing there's a but? You sure?
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area.
Huh?
An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Right. So now all we need to do is get the blessings of all the other Zayla tribes. Hopefully that won't be too difficult. You found that what you seek, then? Great indeed is the Duskmother's power. If naught less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessings of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Dofar. Their consent shall be the key. The Dofar, The Dofar, at least spoke of them. A warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dofar fear nothing, death least of all. and our alliance would be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to the Fall Khan and treat with Dr. Tun, Sadu. Right. Okay, I feel we're gonna need all the luck we can get for this one. Here doesn't be prepared. Especially as at this point, the reason we're trying to raise the shield is to delay conflict. That's not... The Defarl... That kind of isn't how they roll. Anything, I suppose they'd almost embrace the Empire invading. Just another chance for them to find their glorious death. Hopefully Ian's got an idea for how to appeal to him. Hello again. You again. However matters demand our time, Kagan. Unless it is battle you seek. Alas not. Quite the opposite, in fact. Best girl son. Is that your type coming out, Mooney? Talking. Always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They're the source of Nama's strength. To the Defarl, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands. This I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely, battle. With you, Kagan. Me? Nodam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Defarl as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. You shiver with Sorin. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events. Though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Catan has made her choice. Right. So, as a dancer. Well, if that's the condition. It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Right. It's me. Resorting to puns. It's not a pun. Sorin is a dancer. He's gonna dance. I suppose this is, at the very least, more straightforward than I was expecting the solution to be. So, this is the meeting point. Ian, any advice? Who you? I like my puns. When I was little, I would stride up to Gosetsu, wooden sword in hand, and challenge him. To his great credit, he never held back, but I had many a bump and bruise to show for it. Right. Okay. Sorry?
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Hahn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Oh, I missed that. I missed Nam's comment there.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Right.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
That sounds almost sinister. The way Cian says that.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Right. I fought her before, but that wasn't one-on-one. Hey, once we shall. That's... wasn't expecting that. Got it? Of course not. Is that spoilers money? To comment on that? If Nam's in the chat. Is there a way out of... I should not have moved.
In death do our souls sing!
Are you done, Sally? I guess not. Oh no, I mean the what's going on with Sadu? I'm not talking about what you said. Still not done. I should have guessed. Splinter it. Yeah. I just noticed the buff she has there seems to reminds me a lot of the buff you have in the final instance battle of Endwalker. He finished this time? Or I guess not.
How it burns!
Saru? I guess it wouldn't be her if she couldn't have stakes in the battle.
In death do our souls sing!
Are we done? Oh, no, okay, it's full under. No, you have to defeat Saru within 60 seconds. I think. I didn't see a name for the orb to target it.
Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so.
Are we still not finished?
Come, we have only just begun.
Right.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forget Nam's always multitasking. You never get undivided attention with him. Magni.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
This is getting complicated.
Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand.
I'm just saying, Nam. You have the capability of multitasking, which is more than I can do. It's a compliment. Definitely not. Also, bold of Mooney to assume she's the favorite here.
You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
Of course, Magni would find out about it one way or another.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Sorry, wasn't this between us?
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Right. Is this...
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
Thank you, Ian.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
100 chat messages. I don't often get that message.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Right. Okay.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Oh, now we got Triumph. A big... Is it Triumph? I think Triumph's the name of the track. Playing at the moment. The Stormblood boss theme. Oh, we can't even see Sorin in the background. Who am I supposed to focus on? I've got Stone, Arrow, and I stole her before she became the Avatar of Destruction. I suppose I should hit you with Arrow, shouldn't I? Oh, okay. I focus on Magnite. Fair enough.
Kneel or die!
I forgot there was the second what's role-playing instance in the same patch.
Bow down before me!
Probably the middle one, right? Flatland. Is there any benefit in taking the others out?
Kneel or die!
I should stay away from Kian, I'm getting the impression. You're from Arrow as well. I'm leaving Didactyl to you, don't worry, Kian. I'm getting annoyed with this one, but oh. I'm used to healing. This is very mild healing anyway.
Die! Mark well and learn!
Oh. Midari sets the Gecko. Oh, except no.
Concentrate!
Oh, Ian. Oh, critical, nice. Tranquil Annihilation. Goes to... Yeah. The early role-playing instances are a bit... They're fun story-wise, but mechanically they're a bit simple.
Bow down before me! Mark well and learn!
Taking out the one, I think, is enough. Oh. One down.
Kneel or die! Bow down before me! Tremble before the sun!
Oh, of course. Okay, so we can't break these axes. We're doing something special?
Let us be about it!
Oh. Right. Sun sees all. Oh, quick time event. There we go.
Aoife, to me.
There's still that moment at the...
Have at
I used to
you.
think that devs want to overwhelm non-heal players. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense if you're not used to healing. I used to think for the active time events you had to click on that button that appears. I hadn't realized you could just mash. I think it took me until the end of Shadowbringers before I figured it out. Hey guys, I won.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Nama's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
What does the sun have to say? You actually, yeah, I used to do that.
Not driven by base motives such as yours, but they have been judged and found worthy.
I just spammed like it was cookie clicker. Yeah, I suppose I never thought of it from a controller. Like, how would that work?
It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You can click cross from out. No, the thing is, Nam, you can click multiple keys at the same time. You don't... There's only so many clicks you can make on a single key. What you do is you just smash your face into the keyboard and roll around. That's how you do it quickly.
You? By what are you called?
Oh, yeah, I forget something. This is Y'shtola's first time here.
Y'shtola, why?
Are you?
Oh. Oh.
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Oof.
Little?
Little son! Little son!
It's just made so much more painful for him by the fact Sadhu is right there as well.
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Guys?
We have wasted enough time here. Sorin awaits for word of our success.
I'm sure she does, but we... Can we leave this? Y'shtola? I guess we're... Right. Have fun, you two. That's one of the few Dragon Ball references I somehow understand. You had not only to contend with Sadhu, but Magnite too? Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand triumphant. Having passed such a test, we could not well deny you their allegiance. The Mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Sirna. None of this would have been possible without you. Excuse me. How many quests am I on at this stage? So it started year 5. Only 5 quests. This might go. I think I might hit 3 hours on this. You didn't talk to. Oh! That soon after? Mooney, I forget things. This is the ADHD problem. The game gives me a transition and puts an exclamation mark in front of my face, and the exclamation mark is all I see. We have the requisite consent. It is time to put Nama's power to use. If the Aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. Right. Progress. She just says it's not the first time. Oh. You could probably still talk to her. Could I? It's up here now, though. I would not have the first idea how to awaken such a contraption, let alone control it. But then, I'm not an Archon of Sharlayan. Well, Y'shtola, think you can do this? I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back. Right, of course. Looks like something's happening. Y'shtola? Maybe I shouldn't interrupt. Y'shtola? You okay?
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
You look like you could use a rest. That's step 1 down. Now just to get out there and get the generators working. You doing okay? To manipulate Aether in such vast quantities is draining, to say the least. I shall take it slowly for a while. Right. Ian? I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Sorin, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado then. Here we go. Those rank S hunt marks scare me sometimes. That's like when I was going through the main story, and if they'd show up in an area near a quest marker or something, and trying to avoid to get too close. I guess you want to comment on it. It's just one of those things. I think the only way I'd ever get that, even if I was like doing it just in a playthrough by myself, where I was taking the time to do every side quest and talk to every NPC I saw, in a moment like that, I'd probably forget. Because my brain just processes that as a continuation of the solo instance. So I need to actually have someone with me in the room to go, no, stop, talk to character. Yep, no comments about Magni. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim step? Indeed. We have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tataru and I have commissioned Garlemald Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Yeah, I'm just... At the minute, I'm a little bit cautious of the time. That and I kind of just forget. Which leaves just a small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you of our neighbours? My lord, all of the factions we approached were in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi and Sino Sato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. As we expected then, well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being, at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamico with a lighter heart. Yukiri, Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. Right. I took the liberty of asking Fankrit to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamican quarter by now. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Right. Back to Alamigo. I'll see you there, Lord Hien. As I mentioned, I have missives to write and some few other matters to attend to ere I depart. See you anon, my friend. Have to get rid. See you around, Minnie. Enjoy your appointment. Where am I? Alamican quarter. The focus of this meeting was about the Asians, right? Hello. Nah, I'm stream sniping me. Istola has told me all, as I duly told Urianger and Kryl. Kryl in particular was concerned about Alphinaud, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue her own tasks for the time being, on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. So, that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Arenvold is here to assist with security, incidentally. Though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphinaud, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Let us hope that the coming meeting passes more peaceably than the last such gathering in Alamigo. It occurs to me, this will be the first time I meet the leaders of the Alliance in an official capacity. More stiff greetings, pleasantries, formalities. Does that sound about right? Gist of it, I'll say. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Several cutscenes playing in sequence. Right, meeting room.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
Oh.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far.
Been
And
a
it would
while.
be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together.
This really makes me click, like, how little, like, Ishgard comes up post-Stormblood. During Stormblood itself.
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council.
Things certainly has been a lot of changes since then.
I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphinaud. Would that the lad could be with us.
We'll find him again, sir.
I too owe my presence here to Alphinaud, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the East.
A quick recap of, I'm assuming, what just happened and other boring details that are important for international diplomacy.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
It's been a difficult enough job staying on the defensive.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Asians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Right, rumors?
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
Right.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Asian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Asians remain.
Right. Let's... what? This is...
That way.
So... different. What is... where...
History must be changed.
Who is that? What's going on?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
What? Stola? Thancred?
There's
Does it?
There's a voice.
Can't be the echo. They don't.
Spies in our midst. Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
What is?
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
But who may pass? It's over? Is everyone alright?
Is it over?
Thancred?
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
Thancred?
Swiftly!
What? Is he okay?
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
He's alive at least.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
What was that?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Right.
Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Right.
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
A little. There was a dark space it felt like I was in.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Yeah.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called? By what?
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Wait. His soul's gone?
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Asian La Hebrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But why?
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
Yeah,
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Asian involvement.
I don't feel like an Asian to me.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
guess we've got our own trouble to worry about. Don't worry about Thancred. I'll send word as soon as there's any change. Never have I encountered such a phenomenon. If this is magic, it is beyond my ken. It's beyond the ken of the Budgels, and I think we have cause to be worried. If the Asians are indeed responsible, we must take steps to protect ourselves. Though I know not how. You holding up okay, Alice? I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Urianger, something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Fanalan. As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions. But if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question. One to which we must find an answer of all possible haste. The Scions targeted... Not again. Hello, Nam. I see you stream sniping. Don't think I don't see that shadow. Urianger's agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of you others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Right. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seeds here, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way. I hope there's something we're missing here that puts this in a different light. I don't know if I could handle a repeat of what happened at the Waking Sands.
Urianger! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You know, Urianger?
You heard it too, then?
Oh. Thanks for stopping in, Meta.
And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Asians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known.
I don't like knowing so little about
Ere
this.
I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
Just gotten back from...
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
He's certainly
Well,
on top
that
of things.
spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, But the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
Something's going on.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to...
Urianger?
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Urianger? Y'shtola?
I hear it too.
Then...
Only you. Only you.
No!
What's going...
Y'shtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
Gates? It's gone? Still here.
No! No, this can't be happening!
Urianger? Y'shtola? No.
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes!
I'm not losing everyone again.
Open your eyes, I beg you!
Come on, wake up.
Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Only me? Is this my fault again? I'll say we have to get them somewhere safe. Come on. Forgive me. That was an unseemly display. Nothing to apologize for, Alice. Nothing to forgive. I know what it's like. Up before your very eyes, milady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in this like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I'll send word to Lise that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus will we rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first. Our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. You okay, Alice? Oh, I promised I'd visit someone who lives in Leminsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Of course. Let's go together. As hard as this is on me, with Alphinaud missing as well, he's already under a lot of stress. Maybe not a good idea to let her spend too much time alone with her thoughts. What's going on, though? Just Why the Scions? Why me? What are we... What are we being called to? Right. Brave face, Sorin. Alize? As you've probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Gabu? The kobold kid. Ever since the maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. It'll be good to see him again. I haven't seen him since we first rescued him.
Here he is, my lady.
Hey, Gabu.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphinaud and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You're not alone in this, Alize.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
We all need each other, Alize. Not just you.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
That we do. We're not dead yet. Anyway, you mind if we head somewhere a little warmer? I'm not quite dressed for the cold. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Right. The Rising Stones? Excuse me? I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I'll begin by reaching out to myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had a wealth of connections between them. I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it for the good, some not so. All around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphinaud, to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire. They march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time. I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Okay, Alizé. Stay strong, okay? We're all in this together. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh, is this where he appears?
The Poplares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh.
There he is.
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Asian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
I appreciate how loyal the two guards are there too.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
So let's
To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Asian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You of all people should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Excuse me. Meanwhile, at the Resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. Oh, a Resistance encampment. What in the world? day. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Garabania, a gas. Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this. I fought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed. But naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Asians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Start over that line a bit. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. You must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. I do like that music. That's kind of like an older game feel to it. Makes me feel like playing a RPG back on the Sega Mega Drive or something. History of violence. But, only an extra hour into the stream, that's going to be the end of it. Just one step away from Shadowbringers. So, next stream is going to be next week, because it is Saturday today. This is the 23rd. Boy, everyone's played on a Sega Mega Drive. Shame. Shame, Nam. I suppose you call it the Genesis in the States, don't you? Yeah, next stream is going to be sometime next week. I haven't quite decided on exactly when. Well, Mega Drive and Genesis they're the same console, they just had different names. Next stream, I don't know if I won't be streaming Monday because that's Christmas. Tuesday is a maybe. Thursday's probably a no. Wednesday is a yes. So I'll be streaming Wednesday, and then probably Friday and Saturday next week. That'll be one of those streams will be Sorin's Journey, quite possibly Wednesday. I do Sorin's Journey on Wednesday, and that'll be a fairly long stream. Probably going a full, like, 4 hours or so. Because that's going to have to play through the entirety of... Well, it doesn't have to be, but I want to play through the entirety of A Requiem for Heroes, patch 4.5. Because that will mean that I can start Shadowbringers on my 100th Sorin stream, which, I don't know, it just feels right to start what a lot of people still consider the best expansion in the game on, you know, a milestone stream. And then Friday and Saturday, one of those, yeah, I'll be playing Catherine, probably for the last time. It does, what happened last time in Catherine feels very final. Though I know I said that last time as well. And Abzu, which just from the pacing in Abzu, I feel there's only like 2 streams worth. So yeah, next week's schedule is probably going to be Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But I'll upload... I might still upload the schedule on Monday if I have time in the evening, like maybe when I'm trying to take a break from having to interact with people during the day. And yeah. But as this will be the last stream before Christmas, Merry Christmas to everyone. If you enjoyed, you can follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. But regardless of what you do, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And until next time I see you, have a good evening, have a good night, have a Merry Christmas, and goodbye.